Thank you, President Yee. So the work has been really 2 years in the making. However, the issue we're addressing, right, is the number of schools that we have in Oakland and our ability to really fund adequately a full and high-quality program at every school, and to take care of our students and families, and also to take care of our employees. So what the presentation tonight is it's the application of the criteria that you approved on August 24th. So we're going to go through that, and then we'll be available for questions. So with that, if I can get the PowerPoint. And I'll go through this first part in fairly short order. I think a couple of things we highlighted at the last meeting. You'll see now that this is version 15. And what we've been really working to do is as many opportunities to talk and engage the public, get as much feedback, literally trying to work on language. We got great feedback at the last meeting, some very specific language about how to care for families when schools close. So we're trying to incorporate everything that we get from each one of these meetings and put them immediately into the next version. And yeah, we're good? Is it working? There we go. So first and foremost, just a reminder of what the framework that we're using is, that the big idea is that we believe that every child in Oakland will and should graduate from high school. And right now, we're not organized to make that a reality, and we have to be. And so as the public school district in Oakland, we think we need to be the first best public option, and we need to actually keep our promise to families where every young person will graduate. We think we're going to have to do additional work to make that true. The way we're organized now, we're failing. And we think, given the strategic plan, that the ability to create safe, healthy, and supportive schools, have high-quality, effective instruction, and prepare young people for high-quality post-secondary options, college and career readiness is essential. So our ability to do that has really been about both encouraging our conversations about the program writ large, but also understanding that we have buildings where school and services happen. So we want to put those two things together. And when we did that, we came up with our strategic plan that established policies to support a very different approach that begins to put a focus on creating high-quality schools in every neighborhood, as different than essentially a free market economy which said that every child, their family, could have options. So there was a full options process instituted, but not a deep investment in each neighborhood school to ensure quality. So this framework and this theory of action really posits that we're not going to take away options from families. However, we have to ensure that there's a quality public school option in every neighborhood. And the way this lays out, that's where we want to get. It's essentially what I just articulated about our goals. The problem statement, clearly, we operate too many schools for too few students. We have too many schools that are too small, and we don't actually provide a quality program in every neighborhood to meet the needs of each child and family. So when we look at some of the bigger pictures across the state, I'm going to work from the bottom of this slide up. We have 101 schools serving approximately 38,000 children. You can see very clearly that we are way out of alignment with other districts in the state of California. Our current academic performance index is actually, as a result of the work last year, is now at 726. However, our numbers are still significantly out of line with the rest of the state. And what happens when we see those numbers, the other districts are able to invest much more intensely in each child and in their staff. We have far too many schools to operate with this number of children. You can see that even having that number of schools, we haven't produced the kind of outcomes that we really want to see. So if you look at the top now, the high school exit exam, the CASE, California High School Exit Exam for 10th grade, the no pass rate, those students that do not pass, for the state was 17% in both English language arts and mathematics. For Oakland Unified School District, as a whole, it's about 36% in both English language arts and mathematics. However, for African American children, 41% of our students are not passing in English language arts, and more than half of the students who are African American are not passing the high school exit exam in mathematics. That's absolutely unacceptable. So we have to figure out how to increase the quality and add more resource to high school to accelerate the achievement of, in particular, African American children. When you look at the amount of funding that we've had to put to schools just to get them to operate a base program, that middle bullet on the left-hand side, we've had to add additional assistance more than the per student revenue that we get in the district, the average daily attendance revenue. We've had to augment those school budgets by more than $3 million. And still, we're stretched so thin that we have principals who are programmed into teaching classes. We have no noon supervisors. We're stretched too thin. And you can see on the far right side that we have, while we have some schools that are small by design, we have too many schools that are small by default. So our ability to hold a different set of criteria has been guided by the work that we've done together over the last 2 years. We really have to look at a different set of factors beyond just academic performance and enrollment. We've been told by you and community that that's completely inadequate. You've also said very directly as board members that as you've heard from your constituency, it's unacceptable to you to not have high-quality schools in every neighborhood. So where, in fact, do we most need schools was very, very important in how we set up the criteria. That we have to integrate the school closure among multiple strategies. School closure is not a strategy to improve performance. We have to really think about all of the things we're doing in terms of improving options, releasing resources, and every student, every family in Oakland deserves access to a quality school close to them, while not taking away options for them to choose elsewhere. And also the core of what we're trying to do, for quite a while, we've operated on a system where even if it's been really a high degree of autonomy and not always a high quality core curriculum in every school. And so what we're saying is we really have to move to a place where we're talking about the same high quality expectations in the classroom, in the school for every student. And in the work that we did, that we now have a school quality. One of the things that was missing was what does good look like? And this board approved that in June. And now we're saying that every young person needs to have access to that. So what we're going to do is take you through some quality. What does it look like in the classroom? David Montes de Oca is going to take you through the process and how when we applied this criteria, what happened. And then Deputy Howe will take you through what that means in terms of the released resources. And then we're going to be available to questions both in terms of personnel, site, and be available to you for your study session. Ms. Santos?
When we think about quality in the classroom for students, we're thinking about having in place some very clear goals for students and for their accomplishment. We're also thinking about achievement for all students, not just some students, but every single child being able to meet some rigorous and robust standards, and having for each and every child a core curriculum that's aligned to the Common Core state standards that really prepares them for college and career. To support that core curriculum, we need to have rich instructional materials in each and every classroom. Materials such as classroom libraries, leveled libraries in every classroom so that students can engage with the literature, with the nonfiction at grade level and at their reading level. We need to have time for teachers to meet and plan and to really develop robust learning experiences for students. We need to have learning experiences that prepare each and every child for the demands of a career or college, if they so desire. And as we look at our ninth graders this year, where we're asking them to meet the A to G requirements, we need to have the kind of support that's not only going to help them meet the A to G requirements, but that's going to offer them the opportunities of an enriched secondary curriculum that offers them the opportunity to take advanced advanced placement courses or to do concurrent enrollment, and to really be successful as they opt to expand themselves and the opportunities. We also want schools and classrooms that continuously improve, that accelerate gains for all students. And that requires investing in differently for different students and to aligning resources to meet students where they are and to take them to a world of possibilities. We need to have safe and supportive and healthy learning environments for all of our students, with significant opportunities for partnerships with families and community. And we also need to build strong and collaborative leadership throughout our system. All of this to carry out rich learning opportunities for our students requires significant resources as we look at our strategic plan and our vision for quality for Oakland Unified School District.